Argument Alice, Framework Freddy, Comparison Connie, Structure Sam, Delivery Danny, Rebuttal Rosie are the Dialogy Debate Super Team. They are here to help develop your superpowers.
Hello everyone, Delivery Danny here, and today we will discuss how to use speaking notes. Speaking notes can have a profound impact on the quality of a speech. That's because effective notes help the speaker remain focused and organized. Today, we will discuss how and when to use notes during our speech. First, let us explore how we develop effective speaker notes. One of the most important elements to consider when creating effective speaker notes is to prepare in advance. Without adequate preparation, speaker notes can ruin an otherwise effective speech. Writing too small, too big, too much, or too little can cause a wide variety of problems. Moreover, trying to read speaker notes off of a large piece of paper or laptop can also hurt the overall quality of your speech. It is our responsibility as speakers to prepare notes in advance. For many of us, this means we should focus on developing a complete argument on one piece of paper, then taking the time to write it on note cards to use during the speech. Second, we should avoid writing our speaking notes word for word. There is a huge difference between reading aloud and creating an effective, energetic speech. No matter who you are, the temptation to read during a speech can become overwhelming if your speaker notes are word for word. Instead, it's best practice for speakers to only include key words. Think about words or phrases that will help you remember what comes next in your speech. For example, if we are debating the topic, video games are good for kids, we should avoid writing, research has shown that video games may actually slow down the process of human aging. A study by the University of Iowa shows that 10 hours of video games each month will decrease aging by several years. Instead, our speaker notes might say, VG decrease aging. University of Iowa, 10 hours a week, several years. Over time, we might be able to simply write aging, University of Iowa. By writing down the key words and phrases, we can deliver a high-quality, organized speech while avoiding the temptation to read aloud. Third, try to limit yourself to 5 note cards during a speech, and make sure you write in a large font. Generally, speeches have an introduction, 3 main points or arguments, and a conclusion. If we are limiting ourselves to keywords and phrases, the introduction, main points, and conclusion can all be represented on their own note card. But why do we limit ourselves to 5 note cards with large font? Too many note cards or note cards that are written in the smallest font possible will distract the audience. We should aim to minimize the amount of time we are using or reading off of our note cards. Limiting the number of note cards and the size of font we can use drastically decrease the amount of time speakers spend messing with their note cards. Finally, let's discuss when we should use speaker notes. Thankfully, speech and debate competitions encourage students to use speaker notes. That is because speaker notes help students provide more accurate information. However, not all speaking engagements will benefit from using speaker notes. If you are in a situation where somebody asks you to describe yourself, name, school, hobbies, etc., it is best to avoid using speaker notes. Why? Well, hopefully you already know all this information. We should develop speaker notes when first learning the content in speech, but avoid speaker notes when we have a mastery of the information. Today, we discussed the importance of developing effective speaker notes. By giving ourselves time to prepare, avoiding word-for-word notes, and limiting ourselves to 5 note cards, we are well on our way to crafting effective speaker notes. Just remember, it is always a good idea to number each of your note cards in case you drop them. Always come to a speech prepared. Good luck!